everyone! Welcome back to Genshin Impact. Welcome back to another beautiful sunny day here in Nasha Town in Nod-Krai. And yeah, unfortunately, while things are looking so beautiful out here, we're going to be getting back into the Nod-Krai Archon quest in this video, which, after last time, last time they left us on such a cliffhanger. Dottore came back. He ruined everything after our perfect, beautiful moon prayer night with Columbina. She was finally happy. She finally had it all. She was worried that what happens if she's going to lose it all now. And then before we knew it, she was teleported right into the doctor's grasp. And then she went through the moon gate and it looks like she vanished. Like literally disappeared, not just died, but literally ceased to exist. That's what she warned us that she was afraid of. And now I'm worried for her. Dude, after the last... I think a lot of people felt this way. After the last Archon quest, it was extremely depressing. A lot of us already hate Dottore after all of the actually really terrible, malicious, sadistic things he's really done to a lot of other characters in the game, including Wanderer and Kale, and a lot of the NPCs that we've met as well. You know, he's really hurt people, and there's no reason for it other than he simply does not have any morals or care about human life. And now we've added Columbina to the list of the people he's hurt, and it's time for us to get our revenge, honestly. Which, thankfully, and thankfully, there's an outlet for our anger towards this terrible person, that's coming up. But last time it was just, the ending was so depressing. It's like, not only did he ruin everything with Moon Prayer Night and Columbina, then we're all sitting there and it's like, yeah, actually Alice said he even fooled her, which, who fools Alice? She literally watches the borders of Teyvat. She seems to know everything and everything that's going on at any time. How do you fool Alice and Nicole? And meanwhile, we spent the entire last couple acts, there was the Phantoms, there was Durin and Albedo and Wanderer investigating the Hyperborean Phantoms, realizing that they can be influenced. It took us so much effort to figure out what's going on with these phantoms, how can we influence them, even though there's all these weird things going on, but it seems like we could introduce these variables to somehow affect the ripples in the past. It took us so long to figure it out, and then at the end it's like, yeah, Dottore already had all these things figured out, and we were just learning the basics. Meanwhile, he was implementing variables to influence all the phantoms of Hyperborea, insert himself into their history as a savior, and get all the knowledge he needed to manipulate the moon spell, so that way he could get Columbina and the moon marrows all in one go. And who else? What else does he know? And it's just sort of like, we're doomed. We're doomed. We've lost the god that we had on our side. He's fooled the strongest amongst our supporters in terms of even the Hexen Circle couldn't keep up with him. What do we do in this situation? We were left on quite a demoralizing note, let's just say. And I really felt it for a bit. It was quite tragic. Oh, but like I said, we've just added to the list of reasons that we have to get our revenge against Dottore. He's just awful. He's just an awful person, and we need to, just as Wanderer said, neither he nor us nor Lesser Lord Kusanali want to see him hurt anyone ever again. So let's make sure he doesn't hurt anyone ever again. Now, of course, we do have Columbina with us, and also, you know what today is? Because when they did her little profile on social media, they had this in question marks. But actually, her birthday is today, January 14th. Happy birthday, Columbina. Considering that it was in question marks in the profile, I'm assuming that has something to do with what happens in the story today. So, but yeah, happy birthday, Columbina. Technically she's not back yet. We still can't do our, Selenic Chronicles. Oh, but
I don't
hopefully...
sing for anyone in particular. Still, if someone stops to listen, I hope it provides a moment of peace all the same.
Yeah. Oh, Columbina. I know she's gonna be okay, because she's playable. But you know what? That's not really much solace, because that might not be as, as much of a plot armor as I think it is. Anyway, spent the last couple episodes. We pulled Columbina, we pulled for a Nefa, and I've been leveling up Columbina and a Nefa. So we have a strong team now. They actually can handle, some fights. So I am prepared for whatever is coming up ahead. And yeah, without further ado, I think I've talked way too much. A moonless night. Thank you so much for reminding us. Okay, let's go. No need to jump down, let's just take the elevator. Obviously she's gonna be okay because they are releasing Wave 3 of the Selenic Chronicles in this update. But there's just still a lot to be concerned about. And it's just very depressing. Alright. I got tired of the elevator. Something you can only really say in this game, right? I like the layers of her hair too. She has like the black and pink layers in her hair. Oh my gosh. Just the way she attacks by singing, and then after that, all of these like moonlight petals and Kuvaki come down.
Surge.
And her wings. Alright, let's go rescue Columbina! 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 Here we go. Gecko! Ashru! Alright, this is where we ended off last time too, mostly. Just very sad. Very depressed. Look at us. Very sad. Very depressed.
Looks like the gang's all here!
Yep, all ready. How about you two? Green and good to go?
Yeah, we waited 6 whole weeks to act. This is a lot of time.
Paimon's ready!
I'm ready too. Okay, can we go over the agenda again?
Haha, feeling nervous? Don't blame you. We're all a little out of our depth with this one.
Putting it lightly.
Okay, so some time ago, Columbina was ambushed by the Doctor. It all happened pretty fast, and the last thing you saw was her vanishing into the moon's reflection.
Yeah. And that disrupted whatever spell Dottore was using.
Yes, though at the time, all that the rest of us saw was the Doctor using some kind of power. The next moment, Columbina had disappeared, and you were falling into the sea.
This is good. They're giving a very good recap.
We have to get Columbina back. And whatever the Doctor's plan is in seizing the Three Moons Authority, we have to stop him before he succeeds.
Yeah, because, that can't be good.
The Frost Moon Scions consider it our duty to rescue the Moon Goddess. I wasn't expecting so many others to come to our aid. So I want you to know that you have our utmost gratitude.
Great. Well, first things first.
Oh, somebody's coming in.
Wait.
Oh, hi, Yoda.
Someone's here.
Someone's here.
We heard your footsteps. Although...
You've been here for a while now. I take it you followed the Traveler. But I don't sense any ill intent in you.
What? Who?
Come on.
Who? Who is this? Hello? You're Fatui. You know you can knock, right? You don't have to be so, snooping.
I figured it wouldn't take you long to notice me.
And listening. Oh, okay. You work for the Knave. Okay. I trust you then.
I come bearing news from my lady, the Knave.
Okay.
Dottore went through the motions of returning to Snezhnaya, but it was obviously a facade. However, he has not returned to the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau, nor has he made an appearance in Nasha Town.
Which means he actually went to the effort of pretending to go to Snezhnaya. He doesn't have his, segments anymore like he used to.
Well, in that case, he'll be in his lab way up north. I always wondered why he applied for his own private pad. He was planning this
Oh my
all
gosh.
along.
The lab that we saw in the new area is definitely Dottore's lab.
Tell them that Sandrone and I will go on ahead. If they still intend to pursue this matter, they should meet us at the research center in the northern tip of Nod-Krai.
See, you know everybody hates Dottore. Even his colleagues. They would love nothing more. Now they have all the proof they need to take him down as well.
Nice of
Okay.
Columbina's two best friends to think of us. We appreciate the heads up. Our sincere thanks to the Fatui for your aid.
Lady Damselette may have left our organization, but at least some of her colleagues remain genuinely concerned for her well-being. Not to mention that the Doctor's increasingly cryptic conduct gives us great cause for alarm.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys probably shouldn't be listening to whatever orders he gives because it's probably not work safe in terms of, you know, health and safety violations.
We have crossed swords many times before, but it's not personal. We're just on different sides. We don't lack humanity.
Okay, well, you didn't need to sneak in here, you know. We'd be more than happy to just let you in if all you are here for is you come bearing news.
And so, as fellow friends of Lady Damselette, it's only right that you should be in the know about this.
Arlecchino's situational awareness has saved us a lot of trouble.
I'll leave the map here with you. If you do decide to head to the research center, please proceed with caution.
Okay.
And remember, at least while you're in Nod-Krai, Lady Arlecchino's subordinates are your comrades if you want them to be.
Thank you. Oh, this is just like working with the captain.
This is very accommodating of you. We can't thank you enough.
Just doing my duty. I shall take my leave now. If you need us, you'll find us at the Experimental Design Bureau.
Thank you. See, we get along very poorly with some Fatui, but get along very well with others.
left the Experimental Design Bureau and headed to some research center up north.
Marionette seems to think he's been planning this for a long time. But when did it start? Before he even arrived in Nod-Krai?
Maybe even before the game started, you know. The whole thing with Scaramouche and Shoki no Kami, for all we know, that also was originally part of this plan too. Or at least, you know, an important enough side project that he could learn something for this project. I highly suspect he's been thinking about this longer than we can even imagine.
It seems his loyalty to the Tsaritsa is lip service at most. Behind the scenes, he may even be working against her.
Yeah, he's only there for the resources and money.
Whatever his motives, we know that he's decisive and incredibly ruthless. Facing him unprepared would be a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, and he's the one who unleashed Reverie too. Like, we're so doomed.
At this stage, it's difficult to predict his next steps. I suggest we split into two groups. We need some people to stay behind and guard Nasha Town.
Well, as much as I'd love to help, infiltrating research labs isn't really my area of expertise. But at least take Cool Your Jet's Ducky with you. It should be some help during the battle.
Cool Your Jet's Ducky! We just upgraded Cool Your Jet's Ducky, and now Cool Your Jet's Ducky has a little heart. So cute. Thank you, Cool Your
And
Jet's
as
Ducky.
for Miss Inefa, I suppose you will stay to protect Miss Aino?
Detecting operational logic. Protect Aino. Priority. High.
That's good.
Just in
you
case,
should do that.
Savaka, I think it would be best if you stayed behind as well. You can leave the research center to us.
I mean, I would have said the Knight of Berea should probably be out on the front line, but okay, fine.
It's okay. We'll swap the positions around at some point later in the story. I can sense
Leave
it.
Nasha Town to me. Be careful out there, okay? If things get out of hand, fall back right away.
Yehodo will be on hand to assist you. In my absence, she can handle any intel gathering work.
You got it, boss. You guys make sure to get back here in one piece, alright?
Oh, you know, I love the Nod-Krai crew so much.
We will.
Things are moving fast. We'd better head off soon if we hope to keep pace.
this is going to be a very dangerous mission. Paimon, you should stay behind to help everyone here. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be separated from Paimon again.
So, it's infiltrate a secret research facility, or... Yeah, alright. Paimon will help out here instead. Sounds like it's gonna be a pretty intense fight.
We're starting off with such an intense fight.
We all have to bring our A game here. So, anything you need to wrap up before we leave?
Oh, don't ask it like that. No, while the Archon quest is in a special phase, certain systems and functions will be unavailable. To ensure you have the best experience, it is recommended that you experience the next part of the story when you have ample time to complete it. You know, this is the warning they should have put before the going into Rerir's memories part, and then going into Nefer's memories, because that's like 3 hours straight. But yes, I am ready to sit down and do this. Don't worry. Nope, I'm good to go.
You'd better get going.
Okay, but that omen
Very
is...
well.
That's an omen, though. Please budget your time wisely. Okay.
All these broken machines on the ground. Someone got here before us. Could it be Arlecchino and Sandrone?
Yeah. Okay, well, Nefa stayed behind, but Nefa's with us for this. And Columbina's not here. Look, this is... My canonical team is not that canonical. We're just gonna have to live with it. Here, I'll just use Aether. He's the only one who's actually here. This is 100% Arlecchino's fire. Like, you know, the black fire. Great. I'm so excited. Okay. Moonless night. There's no moon here anymore. I get so nervous going into any place that's ever been used by Dottore. Okay, is all this destruction because of Dottore or because of Arlecchino and Sandrone? I mean, because all of this red stuff looks like Arlecchino's power. You know, the fire, the spider webs, all of that. Okay, dead Fatui soldiers. Guys, was this boss really worth dying for? You didn't want to work for... You know, this would be a great time to defect and work for Arlecchino and Sandrone instead, you know? Sandrone might yell at you a lot, but at least you won't end up dead. Oh my gosh. They gave us a canon team. They gave us an actual canon team. Thank you so much. I just noticed. Oh, but wait, now I have to use Hydro Traveler. I don't have Farina or Columbina.
Quite a welcome party.
Oh, thank you, Aino. Well, you're cool, you're just ducky, too. Can I not go in here? Okay, you really want me to fight this random Rift Town.
By the Frostmoon of old, leave this place.
The night cometh.
The night cometh. Okay. Great. Lunar charged. Okay. Can we hurt them through the wall? They don't seem to want to attack us. Okay, so they're not hostile. Or at least whatever is keeping them in here is probably also sedating them as well. Oh, look! You can see when Flynn gets close to the Wild Hunt, his lantern on his like weapon and the one on his that he has at his belt glow red. But when you move away from the Wild Hunt, yeah, there we go. When you move away from the Wild Hunt, it doesn't. There's a lot going on. Okay. Stand down, trespasser. I heard it, cause I'm using Flynn, so he can hear what the Wild Hunt is saying. Is there this Morse coding something? This is 100% Morse coding something. I gotta look up what this is later, because then it's gonna be something insane. There's some insane reference that they're doing in Morse code. Okay. Aether's actually the only Hydro character here. He's the only one who can actually, you know, do the reactions. Okay.
Get back! I said get back! Do you hear me?
Yeah, once again, you know, this seems like a great time to quit your job and defect to working for one of the other Harbingers. Because I really think this is like, you know... a work safety violation, but nobody's gonna call Dottore out on it. But we just all know that Dottore was more than happy to let his workers die. Guys, this is awful. After 5 years of knowing about Dottore and what he does to people, it's like, you want to make light of it because it's like, you know, the warning signs are so obvious. You really should not work for this man. This would be a great time to quit your job. But just think about all the people who didn't even have a choice. It's like, we get like people who clearly just stuck with a bad job. I mean, all his victims, people, vulnerable people, he took advantage of, like Kale and all the people with Elazar, you know, like Scaramouche. And now this poor guy here. Okay, this is 100% Morse coding something. I don't like. They're making us witness the horrors. Oh, this is Stranku walking back. Oh my gosh, you want me to actually? As I mentioned last time, everything to do with Dottore is just a little bit triggering, you know. Okay, I'm guessing these abysmal bishops here
Can't hide the truth.
have the Kuvaki that we need.
May your spirits find peace.
Grab that key on the ground. We'll probably need it at some point.
We will probably need it now. Like I said, I don't really think you ought to voluntarily work for a guy. Well, voluntarily or not, I don't think you should work for a guy who is literally more than happy to let his employees die on the job for the purpose of the mission, advancing his research. I get that maybe a lot of the Fatui don't get to choose which Harbinger they get assigned to, but I'd say you should probably run away from the organization as fast as you can. Okay.
Watch out. There's no way through. Let's go around.
Go around? Oh, how convenient. That's not actually a... Oh, this way around. Okay. This is so nerve-wracking. This is also a really cool team. Ether, Flynn's, Lalma, Nefer. The only thing is because the Hydro Traveler, though, is kind of not that good for starting reactions, but he's the only Hydro character, which means he has all the reactions. Okay. You know? I'm glad we told Paimon to not come with us. Okay, that's where we go. Run!
Trespassers? Here? What's wrong with you people?
What's wrong with you? Quit your job now, dude!
We're looking for the doctor, and we understand he might be here. I see you're fleeing the facility.
Yes, good. Get out of here.
You looking to settle a score with the doctor? Good luck with that. I don't think you have many chances left.
Perhaps. But you might have a chance to live if you start talking.
Oh, we're so intimidating.
2 other Harbingers had the same idea as you. They're already inside. But what good is it gonna do? The doctor wouldn't do something like this unprepared.
You're talking so casually. This makes me worried for Arlecchino and Sandroni's safety.
Seems to me that you're not too thrilled about being his subordinate.
I don't think anybody would be thrilled to be his subordinate, you know? Considering what we just saw happen to the other guy.
Also, is it just me, or do I sense monsters nearby? If you'd prefer their company to ours, that can easily be arranged.
Yeah.
We need to know what the doctor is up to. Please, if you know anything at all, tell me. This is about more than us versus the doctor. His actions could have consequences for all of Nod-Krai, and perhaps even your homeland, Snezhnaya.
Yeah, start talking. Like I said, you should probably quit your job. If you still can.
He's building something Ambitious doesn't even begin to describe it. Feels like this could be the big one. God knows how long he's been planning it.
The big one, oh
A
no.
while back, he told us he'd be returning to Snezhnaya. We weren't expecting him back so soon. This time he brought some gemstones with him, or something. 2 of them.
Okay, guessing he never actually went to Snezhnaya.
The moon marrow spheres. He stole them from their rightful owner, Columbina.
Oh, Lady Damselat? Last I heard, she left the Fatui. Before she went, she told us she'd finished what Her Majesty asked of her, and wished to focus on some personal matters.
She told you guys?
I
Or
remember
you were
thinking that
told?
leaving us might not be the best choice. I mean, I always looked up to the captain the most, and...
And it would be much better for you if you were assigned to work for him instead. Except that's not gonna happen now. Yeah.
Back when this all started, the higher-ups dispatched 3 units to Nod-Krai to execute their plan. They were led by the Doctor, Marionette, and the Damselet, respectively.
So she actually... Columbina actually led one of the units? She was always telling us, though, she never got assigned to, like, retrieve a Gnosis or anything like that. I kind of just assumed she was literally just sitting around, not getting to participate in anything.
I was a part of the Damselet's unit to begin with.
Oh, I'm so sorry you got reassigned then.
She never really interacted with us much. In fact, she seemed sort of detached from everything. Not because she was distracted, just felt like she was indifferent to the world around her. Like she had no stake in anything that happened.
Perhaps that was truly how she felt.
She always seemed like she was staring off into the distance. Almost as if she didn't see anything worth living for in the present, so she had to look further afield. That's right. She always used to stare up at the sky. The Doctor used to stand nearby and watch her. Apparently they got along well at first, but somewhere along the way, she grew wary of him. Started avoiding him as much as possible.
Yeah, you know, I'm surprised it took that long.
After she left, everyone in our unit merged with the Doctor's. He's similarly indifferent to the world, except when it comes to the moons. He seems to have big plans for them.
I'm just thinking, so, where is the segment in the prime of his life, then? Yeah.
Right now, obtaining the 3 moons is his #1 priority. He even said, if he can only get his hands on 2 of them, he'll create a 3rd one himself.
Oh no.
How would he create an artificial moon marrow? Maybe the knowledge he gained from the Hyperborean phantoms has something to do with it.
Guys, we're so cooked. Like I said, we're just learning how stuff works, and he's already known this for maybe even hundreds of years.
Thank you for cooperating. We appreciate the level of detail.
Flynn's gonna be so intimidating sometimes. Thank you so much, Flynn.
I get the sense that you'd serve under Columbina again if you had the chance. Would that be fair?
No, she's no longer a Harbinger. As a member of the Fatui, my loyalty will always belong to the Tsaritsa.
Well, great. Then you should still quit now while you're ahead, because I don't think the Doctor is going to be loyal to the Tsaritsa for much longer.
I'm only telling you all this because I don't completely trust the Doctor. His actions do not align with the goals that first brought us to Nod-Krai.
I understand. We'll do everything within our power to stop him. The Knaves unit is based at the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau. Maybe you can seek refuge with them.
Yeah. You'll find their employment conditions are at least slightly better than this.
Well, now we know what's going on here.
Artificial moon marrow.
Moon marrow. He's likely well on the way to completing it. Dottore's technological capabilities are far more advanced than I thought.
I'm thinking now about Durin's story quest and how bringing Simulanka Durin into the world meant trying to overwrite the fate of Dragonspine Durin. The reason I bring this up is, would creating an artificial frost moon marrow similarly have an effect to try to erase the existing essence of the frost moon, which is Columbina herself? Would bringing an artificial moon marrow into existence overwrite the fate of the one that already exists? Surely it's not that complicated, right? Because that would be really, really bad for Columbina.
I fear this could get ugly. Everyone, prepare yourselves.
This is really uh-oh kind of moment. 'Cause what happened to Arlecchino and Sandrone? It's great. It's fantastic.
With one heart, we pray. Leave this.
Close your
Oh,
eyes.
limbs. Yeah, close your eyes. What did he say? Try to hear what the phantoms are saying. The wild hunt. Plants. Kuvaki plants. Oh, that's one of the new monsters. Okay,
The mystery unravels.
Observe.
okay.
Do you fear the dark?
Do you fear the dark? I think there is things scarier than the dark, and that's the kind of guy who can tear the sky into pieces. You see, the only thing is, like, this is not a good way to do hydro reactions. But you know, they probably weren't thinking all the way ahead that, oh, Hydro Traveler would need to be good at applying Hydro for story quests or Archon quests. What is... You know when we were in that secret lab at the base of the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau, and I'm like, I bet there's like creatures in all of these tubes that are opaque. Now I'm even more concerned. You know, this is an incredibly concerning situation. Oh, come on. Ah! It's fine, it's fine, we don't need the whole team anyway. Oh no. Well, yeah, we don't need the whole team anyway approaching this strangely arena-shaped area. What the heck is that? What is that?
Welcome, one and all. I've been expecting you. I hope my humble research
What did you
facility is
do?
to your liking.
What did you do with Arlecchino and Sandrone?
Yeah, we really appreciated fighting our way in through a horde of monsters.
The gall. You expect us to believe you've just been patiently waiting for us?
Of course I have. Should I be worried about something? Everything seems to be going quite smoothly so far, and you've shown up right on schedule.
No,
First
don't
Sandrone
say
and
that.
Arlecchino, now you. Ah, quite a surfeit of guests.
What did you do to them? I'm actually freaking out. What did you do to them?
If you were looking for them, I should probably mention that Arlecchino disappeared as soon as she entered the facility.
What?
As for Sandrone, why, she stood right here only moments ago demanding answers from me at the top of her voice. Hardly out of character. She never was one for basic courtesy. But I have to admit, I was a little surprised to see her showing concern for someone besides herself.
Yeah, well, you know what? You really evoke certain... You really bring out the side in everyone that, you know, unites us all.
Does everyone you associate with undergo such a change in temperament? Speaking as a researcher, I have to say, it is not a change for the better. It threatens one's ability to remain objective.
What did you do to her?
Well, since you ask...
So you've got your hands on the moon marrow, and now you're claiming godhood. Don't you think that's a bit of a stretch, Dottore?
And what do you mean, Arlecchino? What do you mean Arlecchino disappeared? Where is she?
I must protest what you are insinuating with that phrase, claiming godhood. I am not claiming anything. I am stating a fact. You're a researcher. I'm sure you appreciate the distinction between the two.
Huh? Wait,
You really think you're all that?
Yeah, that's
You'll
quite...
excuse me if I'm not
a lot of
being
hubris.
polite little lady for you. We're colleagues. We both know what kind of person you are.
By the same token, I knew you'd respond along those lines. You and I both understand that facts speak louder than words. To that end, I've had my people send you a small gift. It should go some way toward helping you understand
what?
my present position.
No. What small gift?
What gift? Where have all your troops gone?
Who knows? Perhaps they are already marching toward a new world, following in the footsteps of an unknown god.
Oh my gosh, is she running around trying to rescue everybody?
As vulgar and arrogant as you may be, dear Sandrone, I have no intention of taking out my displeasure on your subordinates. They will enjoy equal rights to my own.
Which is none.
You sent your people to the Experimental Design Bureau? That's a Saritsa's property.
Yes, and I am very mindful of Her Majesty's instructions. But you know full well that they do not conflict with my present goals. In which case, all I'm doing is conducting another one of my experiments. Is there a problem with that?
Did you do?
Now then, you have a judgment call to make. Am I simply lying to stall you? Or is it possible that every word I am saying is the truth? In which case, your subordinates really are in danger.
So now you've turned on fellow Fatui soldiers. You're completely insane.
Yeah. I'm surprised Saritsa hasn't fired you yet.
I have set a new rule for myself. Each person gets one chance. Naturally, that includes you, Sandrone. If you wish to leave, I won't stop you. We are colleagues, after all.
Scumbag!
And we didn't run into her on the way out?
Still, I hadn't counted on Sandrone sparing any thought for the people of this world. Shame. I always found her self-centeredness to be one of her few better qualities.
And what did you do to
How can she
Arlecchino?
ever hope to achieve greatness when she's so obsessed with protecting her little design bureau?
It's more than a little disingenuous to speak of achieving greatness while taking hostages. Or does honor no longer mean anything to you?
Flins, you gotta understand. Honor never meant anything to him in the first place.
Honor? I have the marrow of 2 moons in my possession and will soon complete the construction of a 3rd. I will be the god of a new world. And you speak to me of honor? How charmingly naive.
Well, at least he's self-aware.
Those are sacred relics. You do not deserve them.
In my view, many in this world do not deserve to be alive. And yet, I mercifully permit them to go on living, do I
Whoa.
not?
That's an audacious thing to ever say aloud. In response to that. The writing in this game is so powerful. They know exactly what lines to make him say to make us even angrier at him. But not just like the at face value kind of anger. Like this deep-rooted, oh my gosh, how can you be like this? How can you do all these things? How does your brain even allow you to hold such a evil and horrible worldview? Like, that line, this line is actually, in response to what Llama just said, is ingenious. It really drives home how much we need to absolutely tear this guy into a bajillion pieces and never let him walk on any earth ever again.
You'll come to regret your actions.
Dude, did you notice? Someone mentioned in the cutscene when Ether was fighting Dottore last time while Columbina was still caged, Ether was trying to, like, go for Dottore's neck, you know? Like Thor and Thanos, you know? He was going for the murder, like, for the kill. He was... And you know, Ether, being the nice guy he is, if he wants to murder you. Straight up. You have done something so inconceivably horrible. Like, normal people's brains cannot even handle it. That's right, he's ready.
Will I now? Let's see if you can make me.
What? Fighting him now? The Doctor, second of the Fatui Harbingers? What? Fighting him now? This is not the final boss I was promised.
For the everlasting forest, you poor
What the heck? What?
The deception ends here.
Wait, I didn't think we'd be fighting. This is not the final boss that we saw in the trailer. But I didn't expect we'd be fighting him right now.
Close your eyes. Observe. Is that the best you can do?
Don't mock me right now. I'm a little bit sensitive to that. Oh, hi, cool, you're Jet Stucky. What the?
Target acquired.
Okay, so of course he fights with controlling all the mechanisms in this place.
An exact
Can't hide the truth. No more lies.
How do I even dodge any of this? Arlecchino, where did you go?
See you as an ally. What a farce. You're clearly here to destroy my research.
Yo, that's where you're naive,
Say
buddy.
your research is more valuable than your life. Am I wrong?
That's right. That was cool. Okay, seeing her fly in was cool. What did he do to you? Where did you go? Why was Sandroni here by herself?
So much more from you.
You can't fall here. A stubborn will compels you to regain your feet? Dude. What is happening?
Your actions betray.
Okay, the problem is, like, we're using, like, multiple DPS characters here.
Is that the best you can do? How disappointing.
Can't fall here. Well, it's not my fault that her bond of life makes her health so low all the time.
I expected so much more from you. The night cometh.
Expected so much more from us. Dude, I don't want to hear it from you.
The deception ends here.
You've used so many people. You've destroyed so many people's entire lives.
Water jet!
You poor last. We're not doing it. I'm waiting for this to be like a scripted fight, and it's like, oh, we're gonna get kicked out of the battle now, because I'm like.
Dottore is too powerful with the artificial moon marrow in his arsenal.
Okay, thank
Fighting
you.
is futile.
Thank you for confirming that. What? Quickly what? Quickly what? I didn't get to read it.
Let's go.
Okay.
I've always thought it is wiser to flee than surrender.
Yeah, you've done that quite a bunch, haven't you?
Watch out!
Uh-oh.
What the?
What the is right?
You should.
He only captured
Where's
us?
the traveler?
What did you do to us? I think he did to us what he was going to do to Columbina if she didn't escape. Arlecchino! Saving? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, another domain. Saving? I've never seen a thing that says saving. Usually it's that little thing with like, the elements, like, pulsing. What? What? Nod-Krai? Nasha Town?
What just happened? Nasha Town? How did I get here?
Okay, at least he still has his memories.
Strange. I remember being trapped by Dottore during the battle. And now all of a sudden, I'm here.
And then he teleported away, and Dottore teleported away.
Something weird is going on. I guess I'll start by exploring the area.
Traveler? What brings you here at this hour?
What do you mean, Katya. I come here to cook food every day. What do you mean?
Huh?
What are you in the mood for today? A hot dog? Or something else? We've got some special discounts at the moment. Want to see the menu?
What?
Sorry, I'm not hungry right now.
Ah. Well, feel free to take a seat for now. Let me know if you change your mind.
Thank you.
Everyone seems to be acting normal. Am I just overthinking?
No, Ether, you're not overthinking. You clearly remember being teleported here.
Oh, darling, look who it is. One of our regular customers. Get the travelers something to eat, would you, dear?
What are they trying to do? Are they trying to, like, you know, get us to have such a happy dream that we never want to leave because...
Wait, why is he talking like that?
Well, I'd love to, but can't serve a customer unless they order something. Anyway, I take it your business is wrapped up?
Yes, thankfully. It was a long trip, and it's left me feeling pretty exhausted. But the upshot is, I won't have to leave again for a good while. We can have some quality time to ourselves.
Wait, these two are a couple? I see some kids around too. I didn't know they had a family.
Yeah, I didn't know they were a couple.
Hey there! I haven't seen you in ages! What's keeping you so busy? I've been looking forward to playing with you again.
Have we met? I mean, we have met this girl. She's the one that runs... I mean, she's the Speranza host, as it says. She's the one who runs around here. Because, you know, I come up here to use the cooking pot all the time. But you're talking like you know me a lot better than I think you should know me.
You forgot already? You're silly. Daddy brought you over to our house recently. We had some snacks together.
What is she talking about?
We've had a lot of customers over the last few days, so we've been real busy. And like my mom always says, some people are more than just customers. They're friends.
Well, I'm glad I'm your friend. What is happening?
Oh, another customer's arrived. I better go see what they want.
This is all wrong. I never once heard the owner of this restaurant talk about their family. It certainly isn't a family-run business. And that child? I don't recognize her at all.
Okay, so this isn't a real... Because yes, the Speranza is run by Katya and all the orphaned children that she's basically taken in, and they help her run the restaurant in exchange for having a, you know, a family, a place to stay. But it's more like a sort of adoptive foster family, not like the kind of family that is being depicted here.
Could this be a false memory?
Very good. I knew you had it in you.
Dude, it's so chilling for just to be sitting there in front of bread. Low quality bread. What do you mean false memory? Are you talking like Kari Bear and the Loom of Fate kind of false memory?
Aren't you going to try the house special?
When did he show up?
He was probably there the whole time. And it's just... Thankfully, Ether is too smart to get, you know, completely enveloped by this memory. He's still... Good for you, Ether. He's still holding on to his consciousness and remembering that this is not meant to be like this.
No. None of this is real.
You don't seem to like it here. That's fine. We can change venues.
What? That's one of the flowers. Columbina! Columbina?
I'm still alive. Where is this place? It took all my strength to open the moon gate, and then I leapt into it. So this is the moon's reflection? The mysterious realm beyond the gate?
I just don't know what to make of it. It certainly doesn't look like a reflection of anywhere in our world.
I can't sense anything. I guess I could try opening the gate once more.
Oh, Columbina.
No response. Maybe this space can't be opened from inside. If this was the space that killed both Revier and his lover, then why am I unscathed?
First of all, this is reminding me of the fact that Revier already went into the gate, and he still managed to come back and put the pieces of himself back together again. Which, oh, did you hear that melody? That's the melody from the original Song of the Welkin Moon teaser. That one? What I'm more concerned about is Revier did make it out of here and put himself back together, which means A, he lived, and B, he lived enough to put himself back together again. So there must be a way out of here. But second of all, we saw Columbina vanish at the end of the last Archon quest. So I'm wondering if this is even the space beyond the moon's gate, or if this is something else. This is like some kind of dream.
Or... no, I'm not unscathed. Even the air here feels frozen in place. There is nothing here with which I can restore my power. I should conserve my strength and proceed with caution. I don't believe Dottore's scheming will stop just because I escaped. If there is any chance that I can get back to the others, any chance at all, I must return.
Columbina. Even now, she's just thinking about us. I don't want you to be trapped in a space like this forever.
Emptiness. Silence. What is this place? Or maybe the real question is, what is it for? What's this?
I mean, what is this space?
Looks like it responds to my power.
There's something so mystical. It's like Kuvaki fills this place, and yet just what's going on?
Golden. Like Kuvaki. Is it some sort of guide? And why does it feel so familiar? I might as well follow it.
It's so tranquil.
Where does this lead? Could it be the exit?
I highly doubt it's that simple. What? A traveler in a winter's night. Okay, usually they give us an achievement of the name of the Archon quest when you finish the Archon quest. I'm thinking we haven't finished the Archon quest, so why are we getting an achievement called A Traveler in the Winter's Night? It is so eerie to hear the happy music, but like with this echo over it. Nobody's moving.
Welcome home, Moon Goddess.
Is this Nasha Town? But isn't Moonbriar Night over already?
Well, actually, from her perspective, if time froze at the moment she fell into the gate, actually, Moonfire Night would still be going on. Candies! What is happening? None of the friends are here.
Goodbye for now, Columbina.
Oh, okay.
I hope you have a wonderful night.
This was the beginning of the
I will.
Moonfire Night.
Everyone else. And... me? Are these... my memories? I can't touch them. It's as if we're separated by some impenetrable power.
Oh, this is just like when she had almost vanished before.
Over here! Over here!
Kalina, wasn't she the one who picked up the red petal?
Let the people in these memories pass right through me. Just like when I disappeared. If only I had known what would come to pass after that. Even so, I should still take a look around. Just being back here, it gives me the strength to keep going.
Oh, this was such a happy memory. And of course they had to give us the happiest memories so it would hurt more when they take it all away. It's us! Hello!
Welcome home, Moon Goddess. Oh, you're the genuine article. Alice was right. This moon prayer night was worth watching after all.
Yeah. This is when...
Yes. That was the fortune-telling stall run by Barbeloth.
The Death Arcana.
Please, draw the first lunar arcana. This represents destiny and is the foundation for the divination as a whole.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Do you think this Columbina... Do you think Columbina has actually been the mysterious, helper this whole time? Remember, the mysterious helper helped us sort through all the files with Flynn's and Ether. Helped defend Hisi Island when the cannon went off. And helped influence the Death Arcana being picked when she was getting her Lunar Arcana read by Barbeloth. Do you think this is somehow her reaching back in time? Like Interstellar?
My destiny. I believe the card I drew was the moon. Now that I think about it, Barbeloth's divination was absolutely right. It's almost time to draw the last card. The one that represents the future. That was the card that popped out on its own. From here, I think.
Look! It was her! Oh my gosh, it was Columbina all along! See, all these times, it definitely seemed like it was Columbina's power, but when we asked her about who protected Hisi Island, who was the mysterious helper, she had no idea. She didn't have a clue. Then we tell her later what the names of the 3 documents were. Which means if she remembers what we said, if she ends up going back in time, she'll know which files to pull out. And then, way back at the beginning, when Luonatar appears, Lama says Luonatar, they usually form from the Kuhenki after a really long time, and they're the familiars of the moon goddesses, right? But when it approaches Columbina, she says she wasn't the one who created it. But what if she was? What if future Columbina created Luonatar in the past, pulled out the files on Flynn's bookshelf from the future because we told her what the files were, and then she protected Hisi Island, and she just pulled out the card. Wait, this makes so much sense, except for one key thing, which is what is actually happening here. Clearly, where she was sent through the moon gate, time and space are moving differently there than in our world. But somehow she's able to still affect our world. But with time all distorted, she can go back to a time where she's already lived through.
Kuvaki pulse? What?
Fascinating. I've never encountered this before in my role as a diviner.
Columbina, you were the one who pulled out that card.
What's going on? Did that card leave the deck? Because of my influence? All I did was try to touch it, and then... Maybe this memory space is not untouchable after all. Are there weak points in the barrier? Or... is it possible that there's more to this space than my memories alone?
There it is, death.
This card is death.
I need to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah,
I'll
we need to
try
get to the bottom
touching
of this.
something else. Is this... the wind? No, it's gravity. It's pulling me outwards.
Oh my gosh, I was bringing up Interstellar just sort of as a, you know, profound time and space kind of movie. But hold on. I think we can actually sci-fi figure this out. In Interstellar, when the guy, okay, spoilers for Interstellar if you haven't watched Interstellar. When the Matthew McConaughey guy goes into the black hole, he's able to it's such a profound scene. I don't even really know what's happening, and I think that's part of the point is our simple human brains are not even meant to be able to understand the deeper meaning of the universe. But when he's in the black hole, he's put into this space where time and space can be understood by a human that exists in only the third dimension. And he somehow is able to use that to Morse code his daughter the information about solving artificial gravity based on what the robot was able to gather in terms of data from being inside the black hole. But he's able to use, and there's this profound kind of talk about there must be some greater force out there that's allowing this all to be seen. There's a people out there, maybe not us, but a people just beyond our understanding, that give him the ability to see and manipulate time and space to be able to send that information back so humanity can be saved. And I think they might evoke the same concept here. Everything to do with Kuvaki and the moon. You know, attraction and repulsion, you know, the magnetism is part of it, but the other part of it is gravity. The moon circling the earth. Centrifugal force. Gravity. Gravity is another important component of Kuvaki. Gravity was an important component when they were talking about all that stuff with the black hole and manipulating time and space in Interstellar. Gravity was like the key. I think Columbina being the moon goddess and controlling Kuvaki and therefore gravity, with whatever explanation there was in Interstellar that I cannot repeat because it was so ingenious, that might allow her to manipulate time and space, and that's just a power she hadn't discovered yet until now.
No, Traveler!
Columbina! What's up? Was he watching her at this point? Oh, there's the flower! Sunk beneath the ripples. Paimon! You're all acting like we died. You don't know that we died.
Paimon, listen to me.
No, I'm remembering back during the Sub-Zero's festival. And Paimon watched us just disappear into the void as we tried to leave the Samsara area. And got lost in the sea of memories. And when we came back the next day, she hugged us so tight. Because she watched us vanish. No, I feel so bad, really. Of course, when we get separated from Paimon, something's gonna happen to us. Wait, at the end there, when Columbina turned and she saw us, was that actually us in terms of Dottore put us in that memory space? There's some things going on here. Paimon!
From the bottom of our hearts, we are so sorry. We completely understand how you must feel. The Traveler is trapped, and we all feel responsible for it.
Guys, it's none of your fault. You know, we would have gotten trapped even, no matter what. To save Columbina. Like I said, we're so cooked. We're so doomed. Like we are dealing with an enemy that knows way more than us, is way more ruthless, and has no boundaries to what he's willing to do. And guys, we're just doomed. Like, I don't know what we're gonna do. And we don't even know where Columbina is.
Don't say that! Paimon's not a little kid! You didn't leave him behind on purpose! There was nothing you could do!
Paimon!
He's all alone in there! What if something happens to him? What are we gonna do then? We've barely spent any time apart since we met. Is he gonna die?
No, we're not gonna die. But I don't know why I say that with so much confidence, other than our journey is not over, and therefore there must be plot armor. There's literally no other reason to say that we're not gonna die. There's actually so many reasons we could die.
We must find a way to rescue him. We were all involved in the operation where he was captured, and we do not abandon our comrades. That being said, it won't be easy. Through conversation with the others on our return, we've arrived at a basic idea of what we're up against.
Yeah, our idea is basic. Dottore's idea is a million IQ. We still don't know what we're gonna do.
Dottore's lab has clearly been in operation for a lot longer than we realized. We found many monster samples stored there. In all likelihood, they were materials he used to research his latest technology. We also know that through his contact with the phantoms of Hyperborea, he gained knowledge about the moons and certain Hyperborean technologies.
Okay.
Using this knowledge, he then fashioned an artificial moon marrow to serve as a replacement for the frost moon beyond the sky. Unlike Columbina, Dottore is not being rejected by Teyvat. And even with 2 of the 3 moon marrows, his power far exceeds all of ours combined. Once his 3rd moon marrow is complete, Dottore will have completely seized the authority of the 3 moons. Teyvat's most primordial powers will then be in his grasp.
Okay. So what you're saying is after all this, so far, about an hour into this Archon quest, we have gained no new information for how we're going to stop him. Our understanding of how doomed we are and how dire the circumstances has just grown bigger and bigger.
Does that mean...
I'm afraid so. No one could have predicted this level of insanity. Not even from Dottore. And unfortunately, his insanity is coupled with an intellect and ambition that not even his peers in the Fatui can match.
This is dire. Sounds like the world is done for.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I'm like, at what point do we just keel over and die? Like, it seems like there's no way for us to catch up to him at this point in terms of... There's no way for us to outsmart this guy. he has thought of every single possibility of how we could try to stop him, and he has squashed out any possible thread we could use to take him down.
The Three Moons authority can influence the very fabric of time and space.
Time and space, just what I was saying.
Imagine what a monster like him would do with that kind of power.
That's what Columbina did. She somehow has traveled through time. It has to be. She traveled through time and space. She was the mysterious helper in all those cases. But if Dottore has that power, this is much worse than, say, Columbina using that power.
The trouble's already begun, I'm afraid. On our way back, we discovered that part of Nod-Krai is being enveloped by an unknown energy. We cannot ascertain what is happening inside.
Uh-oh, that's what we saw in the trailer.
I'm convinced this is Dottore's doing. Not that there's any way to prove it. The issue is, we have no idea what his intentions are.
Yeah, we actually don't really know what he specifically is planning to do to become a god, other than acquire as much godly power as possible.
The only thing more frustrating than facing down evil is knowing that it will surely come, but not knowing when.
Exactly.
The Doctor is guilty of numerous crimes in Mondstadt as well. One of our knights, well, former knights.
Right.
His father
I
was
forgot.
murdered by Dottore.
I forgot. That's right. D-Luke's dad was also murdered by Dottore. Dude, we have a huge list of Dottore haters in and out of the game. That's right. That was from the manga. That same manga that told us Kalei's story and how she was experimented on by Dottore. Also showed how Dottore murdered, basically, was the reason why D-Luke and Kaya's father died. Dude, that's such an old reference. But you're absolutely right. We are avenging, like, many, many years worth of transgressions against people we know with these actions we take now.
His ideology and methodology are a danger to everything in his path, from individuals to entire nations. He does not feel guilt, even when he acts against his own people.
He doesn't see them as his own people, that's why. People like him see everyone else as beneath them.
Yeah.
Right. He views other people only in terms of how they can benefit him. That's the basis of all his social connections. Granted, he's hardly the only harbinger to pursue their own interests. We all do. And Her Majesty is gracious enough to permit it.
Right,
Still,
but
her mercy has its limits.
yeah, you know, she gives an inch, he takes a mile, you know.
Dottore's actions have gone beyond even what the Fatui could have imagined. Usurping divine authority to become a god. For a servant of the Tsaritsa, that goes beyond being disloyal. It's treason of the highest order. We can't expect him to heed the Tsaritsa's will once he gains the Three Moons' authority. Even we Harbingers consider him the most self-interested among us.
Poor Traveler. Of all the people to get caught by... We have to go save him right now. Please, we gotta find a way.
Paimon, I promise you, we are with you all the way.
I get how you feel. I do. But it's gonna take more than strong emotions to take down an enemy like Dottore. What we need now is more information.
See, we knew this. It's gonna take more than strong emotions to take down an enemy like Dottore. I feel like we already had this conversation before when Columbina disappeared. And now we decided to just go charge in, and now Traveler is gone, and we're all back here hanging out at the Curatorium, having the exact same conversation about how we're still doomed.
Right. We can't even guarantee he's still at his research center. Before we can think about mounting a rescue operation, we need to confirm the Traveler's location.
In fact, it's highly likely we're not at the research center, considering you guys were just there and saw him disappear. I'd say there's high chance we are inside whatever bubble you're talking about in terms of these energy fields.
I'll find a way.
Paimon knows, but... She's so scared. If anything happens to the Traveler, he might be the strongest person Paimon knows, but he's still human. He feels pain and bleeds just like anyone else.
Paimon. Oh, Paimon. Paimon has been on our journey the whole time. He feels pain and bleeds just like anyone else. She knows us. She knows that no matter how strong Ether seems for everybody else, she's always been there for us. And knows he's not invincible. What?
Then think things through before you stick your neck out. Unless you want to lose your head.
You're late. What happened?
Sandrone.
Miss Sandrone, you're okay?
Put the stuff over there. And be gentle with it.
What stuff? What stuff? I don't
okay?
I don't like the implication of stuff.
As you
What
can
did you
see,
bring
I
back?
had to move my whole livelihood out of the Experimental Design Bureau. It's been swallowed up by Dottore's energy field. If I'd left it any longer, I probably would have gotten stuck there.
Oh. Okay, so he wasn't bluffing about the Experimental Design Bureau being under threat.
Ugh. Dottore always goes a little loco when he finds a shiny new toy. Not that he'd ever admit that. But this time, he's gone full psycho.
Okay, you gotta tell me what... Are you saying like there's literally like a black hole forming at the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau? Just while I've been talking about black holes, Paimon.
Just go ahead and cry already. Sorry. Paimon's not trying to make it seem. It's just... She can't.
Yeah, this is how we all feel.
Oh, Paimon.
Let it all out. There's no shame in it. When you're overwhelmed by fear and despair, crying can help get it out of your system. You'll feel better for it.
Okay then, while the baby of the group is having a moment, how about the grown-ups get to work? Give me your hand.
You've made a
What?
discovery?
Polonia, scan.
Scan? Scan what?
You, hand, now.
Scan what?
I thought you'd never ask, my lady.
You're right, you think you're being so funny right now, Flins.
Curses!
What?
You're next, then you.
All of us? What? Is one of us been like cursed?
Son of a... He's done something to us. Everyone who entered his research center has been implanted with some sort of curse.
This is the closest anyone's gotten to actually swearing in this game.
I don't feel anything unusual at the moment. Does that mean it hasn't activated yet? Is there a way to figure out its purpose and what might trigger it?
Dude, everything's just getting worse and worse. We should have known. When I was little, my mom would always tell me, you know, real stories, things can't just be happy, 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 happy the whole time, you know? There has to be some hardships, some kind of thing that the characters have to overcome so the story can have its up and down, so you can learn something from it, so that it's complete. The story can't just be happy, 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 or sad, sad, sad the whole time. So that came to mind when we were doing Moon Prayer Night. I'm like, wow, this is really... Everything was so bad before. Now we're just going happy, 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 happy. Wow, there's a lot of happy going on. Which is why I said before, there's something wrong here right before Columbina went in the gate. Like, you guys are definitely setting us up for a complete tragedy. And it's like the... You know, like the meme, it's like, we're so back, it's so over. Like the depression thing. Yeah, then we were hit with It's So Over, and we've just been going downhill since then. Now we're at sad, 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 sad. Everything is just getting worse. Not only have we not learned anything new that's going to help us defeat Dottore, we are learning new things that are making our situation even more dire.
In the Moon Goddess's powers. 1 second, analyzing.
Ugh! That friggin' maniac!
So, what twisted game is he playing this time?
Dude, Sandroni would swear if she could.
The moment I analyzed the energy composition, some encrypted text appeared in my mind's eye. And when I deciphered it according to the Fatui standard encryption protocol, I got the following message. Feel free to run, or you will perish in Nod-Krai.
Right. Okay, so we're still being hit with sad. Everything is going downhill to levels we did not even realize.
He's mocking us.
Yeah.
Yep. He loves to toy with people. Only in this case, there might be more to it. But I didn't detect any murderous intent or malice either in the message or the curse's energy. As if this is him at his least malicious.
So he gave us a curse and he put a haha lol message in the curse. What else is this curse gonna do?
Perhaps all people are cowards in his eyes. Maybe he thinks the threat alone will be effective.
What a despicable person. And he has the Traveler in his grasp.
If I may, as unhinged as Dottore may be, he has always exercised great patience with the objects of his interest.
Yep, like what we saw with Scaramouche.
I remember a comment he made when we first arrived in Nod-Krai. He said, "This world is, on the whole, an exceedingly dull place. But at least there are a few intriguing features, such as the gods, or the Traveler."
Wow, okay, so we've been on, like, his list of interesting things this whole time? I don't like being on Dottore's list of interesting things at any point. That actually makes me completely frightened that he's just let us, walk around traveling to Vat. And only now he's decided to capture us.
Presumably, they interest him because they're unknown quantities. He wants to understand as much as he can about them.
Agreed. The Traveler is Tevat's fourth descender. All Harbingers are aware of this. Since Dottore took such pains to capture the Traveler, he is unlikely to kill him right away.
Yeah, right away is the key.
Okay. But we still have to do that rescue operation.
We still have to explain to everybody else here what Descenders means.
Of course. I also think we need to read between the lines with Dottore's message.
I think Lama knows.
If he's encouraging us to run, that means we mustn't leave Nod-Krai under any circumstances.
Well, it could also be like, dude, I don't know. I think this is really a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation.
My guess is, his curse will only trigger if we leave.
Yeah, one of us should try leaving just to see what it is. Oh, someone at the door? Durin!
We've discovered multiple energy fields. Albedo is still attempting to analyze their structure. He told me to report back first.
Yeah, they're researching the energy fields.
Each field is slowly growing, swallowing
Dude, he doesn't
up
have
more of
the
the surrounding
They
area
should have
in
given him the
process.
skin, the
And
new
the
skin,
pace
if
of
he
their
did a story
expansion has
quest.
increased since we first examined them. He's probably trying to swallow Nod-Krai whole.
This is the everything gets from bad to worse, and then bad to worse, and then bad to worse when you didn't even know it could go any lower than this.
His nefarious ambition knows no bounds. If this continues, the whole of Tevat will be in trouble, not just Nod-Krai.
Yeah, there's been a lot of things where the entirety of Tevat have been a threat, but I gotta say, this is probably the worst one since the Cataclysm. This is probably the most imminent threat to the entire planet since the Cataclysm.
The loss of Columbina could not have come at a worse time. Do we think she's truly gone for good?
She entered the space beyond the Moon Gate, knowing what became of Rerir and Thelindis. I'm sorry.
Wait.
I fear the odds aren't good.
Okay, but that's the key thing, Nefer, is we actually don't know what happened to Rerir and Thelindis. Right? Let's be clear here. We actually don't know what happened to Rerir and Thelindis.
Don't be ridiculous. If
I know her. She's busy finding a way back as we speak just so she can annoy me. She isn't dead.
You know, I think you're right, but only because of plot armor. Otherwise, you know what? Plot armor is literally the only thing that's going to get us through this. Because the story has to continue, which means the Traveler has to live. You know, there's more Selenic Chronicles, which means Columbina has to live. And I haven't done all the world quests in Nod-Krai, which means Nod-Krai still has to exist and not be burned to the ground. And it's like, for those 3 reasons only, those are the only 3 reasons how I know everything's gonna be okay. Because nothing actually in the story is indicating that everything's gonna be okay. Everything seems to be going worse and worse. And it's only like by like these external logical factors that are the only thing that tells me somehow everything's gonna be okay. Nothing in this moment feels like it's gonna be okay.
Whatever has become of her, the fact remains that we are 2 comrades short on the eve of a decisive battle.
We need to find out the Traveler's location. But there is also other work to be done.
Agreed. Whatever Dottore is planning, we have to get the local populace somewhere safe. So, as well as a rescue mission, we have to organize a mass evacuation at the same time.
Yeah, and see, this is actually a problem too. The keyword there is organize. This entire time I've been talking about how Nod-Krai is somehow this place where, you know, there isn't some organized government, there isn't some, like, unifying faction, but it's like this beautiful, you know, tapestry of people from all these different backgrounds somehow managing to coexist despite their different, you know, interests and practices and ways of life. Everybody here is still able to help each other survive somehow or another. But you're gonna get a lot of resistance, I think, to a organized mass evacuation because everyone's gonna be like, what's going on? Actually, on second thought, it's not gonna be that hard. Because all I have to do is point at, look, do you see that giant black hole over there? I think we need to get away from that. I think everybody will agree. Okay, never mind, everybody's gonna evacuate.
It would be best if someone could approach leaders of neighboring nations and negotiate emergency asylum for Nod-Krai's inhabitants. Can anyone handle that?
Well, you know, if Ether was still here, that would probably be his job.
Snezhnaya is one option. I'll see what I can do.
This would be so much easier if the Traveler was here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Stop thinking like that, Paimon.
Because we could negotiate, you know, sanctuaries and all the other nations we've been in.
Paimon will join you. She's pretty well connected thanks to the
Thank
Traveler.
you, Paimon.
Maybe it'll come in handy.
I was gonna say Paimon's gonna have to do it for us.
Either way, that's what the Traveler would do if he was here.
This is how you know things are bad. We have, despite literally world-ending level calamities in other nations, you know, the Abyss in Natlan, the Primordial Sea prophecy in Fontaine, the whole Shoki no Kami incident in Sumeru, like, we've had pretty dire circumstances with hugely bad implications for the entire world and previous nations, but never have we been in such an imminent threat. We're thinking we need to talk to other nations for resources and asylum for the civilians here. This is bad. This is bad. I mean, Natlan is the closest thing. A lot of people actually died in the Natlan War. Which, can't forget that, you know. A lot of people died in that war. But somehow that nation managed to pull through. But even Natlan, despite the Abyss taking over the entire area, and they did that whole Archon quest with it taking over the entire area, even that was not as dire as a literal black hole swallowing everything and growing as we speak. like somehow the threat is even more imminent now. I just oh, Columbina time. Columbina. Okay, she got kicked out of the
Back
memory.
here again. That gravitational force that pulled me back. Is this where it came from?
Do you hear the beginning of that music sounds like it's in reverse? There was a bit of music at the end of Columbina's character teaser too, where the music was like in reverse. And the music that plays in here also starts playing in reverse.
When I saw that memory of Moon Prayer Night, I think I influenced reality. Was it just a coincidence? Or if only I could have sent the others some kind of warning on Moon Prayer Night. Maybe we could have stopped Dottore. I feel so heavy. Does entering that space consume a lot of energy? Well,
I imagine it does.
Even so, I have to keep moving forward. Back to emptiness and silence again. I should try and find my way back inside that memory.
Find the entrance to the memories. It's just, what is this place really? You see here the notes here in the music? That's the music that first played when Columbina appeared in that trailer. I don't see anything that looks like memory in here. This is such an eerie space. You'd think should be completely empty, but there's fragments of like a lost world here. The way everything's moving up instead of falling down. Oh, I didn't realize there's actually a thing telling us how many meters away it is. Okay, it's probably this way then. Look at how elegant it is as she glides along. I think this represents traveling through space-time though. Oh, this way? Oh, here it is. Found it. Great. Oh, we have to do this. That's right. Where our space and time intersect. A space and time for you. That's right. We've already seen.
The entrance from last time isn't showing up. What am I missing?
First, the thing with Caribera and the Luma Fate. And then the last Archon quest with the Abyss Order. And seeing the creation of the new Conria. We've already seen space and time be warped, manipulated. But it's almost like we're witnessing the purest form of that power. The origin of it all.
Looks like I need to gather these scattered fragments.
Hold, channel your power? You can do it, Columbina.
It worked.
On a different day.
I can stay inside for a bit longer this time.
This is not the same as the Moon Prayer night.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
What?
This doesn't look like Moon Prayer Night.
That doesn't sound like Catherine's normal voice. This is a different time.
Extra, extra! Latest issue of the Nasha Express!
I don't think I've ever been here. Maybe this space isn't comprised of my memories after all.
Yeah, she was only watching
There aren't
from
any festive
the rooftop
decorations around.
last time.
Is this Nasha Town after Moon Prayer Night ended?
Or before.
Did Dottore's plan not affect the town? Or is no one aware of what happened because he used the Three Moons' authority? Let me see if I can influence anyone else.
So, what do we do
Wait, that voice. Paimon?
The most important thing right now is to find that mage.
This is before Moon Prayer Night. We're going back in time.
Alma the Traveler and Mr. Varga are here too.
I'd better go pay the Fatui a visit.
This is Columbina's memory, because she was here, remember, as a ghost? And that's when Ether turned around and saw her? Huh? Oh! We thought before there was something about the connection between Ether and Columbina, that even when she was a ghost, she was able to... Ether was able to sense her. But no, it was actually her as the mysterious helper and going back in time. And Ghost Columbina just happened to be here at the same time.
Columbina?
I made contact. It's me, Columbina.
Huh?
So both time travel Columbina and Ghost Columbina were here.
Let's go! This is no time to be spacing out!
Huh? Wait a moment. This has happened before.
Yeah.
This is what happened when I disappeared.
That's right.
I stood right over there, thinking that no one would ever find me again.
That's
It was
exactly what
only when he
happened.
called my name that I decided to follow them. But did he turn around because he sensed my touch just now?
I think so. So it wasn't even Ghost Columbina who did it. It was Columbina right now. It's like she's being sent back into all these moments in time where she has to close the time loop by being there, letting things happen the way it needs to happen. That she had to come back to these points in time. Because now this makes so much sense. It wasn't Ghost Columbina who did that at all. It was this Columbina.
Is it really possible that from in here, I can change the past?
I think the more important question is, have you already changed the past? And being here is just closing that time loop of being here to make those changes to the past.
If I keep following them, maybe... Huh? It's that gravity again.
Columbina. But this brings up a more important question then. It seems that Columbina was the mysterious helper now, who made all these did all these things to influence the past, so that things would happen a certain way, that we'd have the right information to defeat Rare, that Ether would turn around that day in Nasha Town, that the death card would get pulled in the Lunar Arcana. But none of these seem to be things she's consciously trying to do herself. She's definitely the thing that's causing these actions to happen in the past. But she herself is not consciously trying to make these changes happen. She's not trying to go to these specific points in time to do all of these things. In which case, is this just destiny? Is this just fate that she had to make all these little adjustments to put fate back on its right course? Or is there something that's an even higher power opening these memories, telling her she needs to go back to these points in time to set fate on its, to set the story back on its rightful course? Like, is this, I guess this is the whole, like, you know, fate or free will, and are we in control of our lives, or is there a higher being kind of, you know, philosophical debate? Or I guess it's not even debate. Oh, it is a debate. But it's like a philosophical exercise. Which, once again, is kind of the same feeling you get watching Interstellar. is, do you believe that there is something, you know, whether like religious, spiritual, or secular belief or anything, do you believe that there is something out there influencing us, or is it all just serendipitous? Is it all just because the stars aligned and chance made things happen the way it did? And are we in control of any of it at all or not? This is getting very philosophical.
Every time I influence reality within that space, this force intervenes and pulls me back. It's as if it's trying to stop me from leaving. I'm getting weaker and weaker. I'll just have to try another approach next time. Come on, Columbina. Keep going. You have to tell everyone what happened.
Columbina! And the pedal sinks into the waves again. So that's what happened then. Ether!
Suddenly I've been plunged into darkness. Alone.
Great, thanks for being the narrator, buddy.
It feels strange. As if something has grabbed hold of me. Is Dottore now powerful enough to interfere with space itself?
Look at you, standing so still in total silence. I almost didn't recognize you.
Why? We're always in total silence. What is so different about that? What is this thing you have behind you?
Hello there, traveler.
Don't Obi-Wan Kenobi hello there, me. What is that?
He seems to be in a good mood. Wait, what's that behind him?
That is 2 of the moon marrows. And I presume your artificial third one.
Ah, so you noticed. This is the completed trilune. 2 primordial moon marrows and 1 artificial specimen. You are wary of it. Good. Maintain that reverence.
I would not say reverence is what I'm experiencing right now.
You performed well in that recent battle. Brave and reckless as always.
That thing is so big, it's probably, I imagine it actually is gonna like, hit our head as he circles us like this.
Courage is the sign of a true hero, and impulsiveness is the hallmark of those who strive to advance. I say this not to belittle you. Most creatures are far more timid by comparison.
Well, it doesn't sound like a compliment either.
3 moon marrows? Does that mean the artificial one is now complete too?
Well spotted. What do you think? For a replica
Oh
I
my
built
gosh.
myself, I dare say it looks the part.
No, it really doesn't. It looks so cheesy compared to the other 2. If you're going off of looks alone, I'd say no, you completely failed. He can hear our thoughts when we're in this space. This is...
Dottore, are you planting illusions in my mind?
This is so serious to have Ether confronting the villain.
I have no interest in fooling your eyes. On the contrary, I hope to show you the true essence of all that you see before you. Is this not a beautiful city? People live in peace and find joy in their work. The streets are safe. People can even leave their doors unlocked at night. You might say it is the Elysium everyone dreams of.
What are you getting at?
All available data indicates your values and worldview conform with the mainstream. This kind of society should be quite to your taste.
Yes. What are you getting at?
False beauty is deceitful. Lies are to no one's taste.
Oh, Ether, that is so powerful. Dude, the lines in this quest. The way he says that. False beauty is deceitful, lies are to no one's taste. Everything is so poetic.
I wonder, is it your moral standards that are too high? Or your expectations of reality?
Dude, what are you getting at? Nothing was a problem until you showed up here.
Answer me this. If someone existed in a sweet dream from the moment they were born, a dream in which they never once felt pain, which do you think they would consider superior? The dream or the reality?
I would say that's a rhetorical question because no such thing exists. Oh my gosh, he's gonna say, well, I'm a god, I can make that happen, and then nobody will want to live in reality anymore. No, my answer to that question is that's not a real scenario. So thus it's rhetorical. Because there is no answer to that, because that is not an actual... This hypothetical is not something that would ever happen, except you're gonna somehow insinuate that somehow this is gonna happen. I can already sense the vibes here. This is so bad for us. This is so bad for us. He's talking about dreams and reality. Now we can see why he was going after Nahida's power before.
That's pure sophistry. It has nothing to do with your actions.
And Ether's so quiet, I didn't even know he knows big words like sophistry.
As I suspected. You have yet to understand all of this for what it really is.
Yes, I fail to understand. I don't understand the point you're making. What are you doing?
What do you want from me?
You sound impatient. Do you think the only reason I'm keeping you is because I want something from you?
No, are you trying to waste my time or something? I don't get it! What are you showing me all this for?
If it's not, then why haven't you killed me yet? No one can stop you if you're as powerful as a god.
I love Ether with this much attitude.
I'm delighted you recognize that fact.
I'm just kind of this entire quest is giving me chills.
I believe we last squared off in Sumeru. Ah, the memories. How time flies. You and I have both grown. I'm not surprised that Arlecchino and Sandrone worked with you. You've always a way of slowly but surely ingratiating yourself with all levels of society. People laud you as a hero, but I suspect there's more to it than that. Oh, but to be clear, I don't say that to flatter you.
Thanks. I could sense that, you know. I could figure that out.
You always give your opponent an appraisal before you deal the final blow?
Once again, I wish Ether's had this much attitude, like, this much personality this whole time. I'm so glad they're finally giving him this much, you know, conviction.
Call it a long-time habit.
This thing following him is gonna whack us in the face at some point with all this circling around us.
But you misunderstand. We are not opponents. Not at this moment.
Well, that's where you're wrong, because you have already ruined my opinion of you so deeply. There's probably... This is what I've said multiple times. At this point, there's nothing this man can say to convince me that... You know, there's a lot of antagonist characters. Most, actually. There's something they can say, or some part of their life that does make you feel some sympathy for them, even if that's not a net positive amount. Even if at the end you still deeply disagree with them and do not find their actions justifiable and found what they do is reprehensible. Just like Rare, for example. Feel some sympathy for him. At the end of the day, you don't feel that bad for him absolutely getting torn to pieces by the Moon Gate, because at the end of the day, he's an awful person. And the amount of tragedy he suffered does not make up for the amount of suffering he inflicted on other people. But Dottore? Dottore is one of the only characters I can name in all of media. There's nothing he can say at this point that will compel me to feel sympathy for him. Because the level of audacity, you know, disrespect, lack of morality, just disregard for all the values that make humanity and society function and all of us life worth living. You know, he just, like I said, he has ruined people's entire lives. Whether that be torturing people to death or just leaving them completely incapable of rebuilding afterwards. Stories of people like Kale, like Wanderer, the amount of resilience they've needed to basically move on and rebuild their lives after what he's done to them. It's just that amount of strength they need is so much because what you did to them was so incomprehensibly horrible. So saying we are not opponents, I just want to make it clear, there is nothing you can say at this moment that will make me feel sympathy for you or your cause. And that's rare. That's rare that you've made an antagonist that kind of person.
I just want to talk. Think back to Tartaglia, Arlecchino, Capitano, Columbina, and now even Sandrone.
You left Senora out of that one. Oh, I guess you're talking about the ones we get along with.
You've worked with each of them in the past.
Yeah, okay, you're talking about the ones we got along with.
Me as well.
No.
What makes you so sure?
No.
Well, why not? Should the good associate only with the good and the bad befriend only the bad? I like to think we could have a more mature relationship than that.
Well, see all the reasons listed above that I just mentioned. The answer is no.
I don't think all your relationships are grounded in friendship or shared ideals. People come
why
together
wouldn't
because
we?
it benefits them to do so.
No.
If you think of the people you admire, you must surely admit that they have provided some benefit to you.
You know, you're not being super convincing. I thought he would have some smarter excuse. But no, he's basically saying people are just tools to use to get what you want. Isn't that what all your relationships have been like? To which the answer... Well, his reasoning is actually even worse than I thought it would be. I thought he was going to say something more compelling. But no, you're just spitting out the usual evil villain, you know, ignore your feelings, ignore your emotions, come to the dark side where we just use people for our own benefit and just seek power and don't have any morals. Is essentially what this entire paragraph is here. No, the answer is no.
Morality, ambition, dreams. People have plenty of words to embellish the nature of their relationships. But once you break free from those ethical frameworks...
What are you standing on, dude?
You will see that the only thing connecting the two of you is mutual benefit.
What are you standing on? Just screenshot this and turn the image upside down, and you'll realize that he's just Claude Von Regan, but sillier. That's the thing, though. Morality, ambition, and dreams are things the rest of us adhere to because that matters to us. Because those things matter to us more than just power and self-interest. You know? There are reasons beyond just to serve oneself. These are reasons to do things in life. And believe it or not, that is actually important to the rest of us on a deeper level than it is to you. The thing is, you're trying to convince us, but you just seem completely ignorant of the fact that to the rest of us, these things are actually important. It's not as though the rest of us are chained down by morality, ambition, and dreams, and it's like, oh my gosh, we can break free of these things? Wow, this is so amazing. Dottore is teaching us that we can break free of these things. Like, no, it's not as though we've suddenly had our eyes opened and we're awakening to like, wow, we've been held back. There's so much more. No, the three things he's mentioned there are things that we value because deep within our souls, that's important to us. It's not as though we've just need to be awoken to the fact that we haven't thought of getting rid of these things before. I mean, they're just an inherent part of who we are, and it's not like we seek to get rid of them. So no, long story short, your logic is falling flat. But it's not falling on deaf ears. I hope that with this is what I like about doing these videos and streaming and all that, is indeed, just as Dottore said, you know, who says the good has to side with the good, and the bad has to side with the bad. And to that I say, I agree, it's not that simple. But I'm here to out-debate you and tell you that for that exact reasoning, we're still not going to side with each other. This is what I like about doing this, though. I can make it clear the reasoning for the Traveler's decision to ultimately not side with Dottore is more than just simple logic of good siding with the good and bad siding with the bad. We, on a deep level, do not agree with Dottore's values, and we most certainly want to stop him from hurting people like all the friends of ours he's hurt. I've watched this thing in the background spin so many times now. That's my 2 cents on that.
And that is what I'd like to talk to you about.
The answer is no.
We're finally getting into it. He's probably been planning to kidnap me for a long time now. But for what exactly?
That's right, Dottore. You've now captured the good guy. Time to spill your entire evil monologue to tell us all of your plans, thinking that we will either join you or you are going to kill us before we can tell everybody. Not really seeming to conceive of the idea that a third option might be we get out of here with the information and tell everybody. That's right, I know how this cliche goes.
He has the authority of all 3 moons. I won't be able to gain the upper hand in a fight. Best if I pretend that I'm willing to negotiate for now.
See, pretend. So that tells us immediately Ether is also in agreement with everything I just said. We're not teaming up with Dottore. Okay. Do it, negotiate, Ether.
You say you're a god, but you also speak of mutual benefit. What could a god want that the 3 moons cannot provide?
Oh, I love how much authority Ether speaks.
Excellent question. But before I answer, I would ask you the same thing.
Well, why do you think I'm doing it for godly power?
Gaining Columbina's allegiance was a rare and extraordinary feat. But the Moon Marrows are now in my hands, and I have the edge over her. For this artificial moon is not being rejected by Teyvat. Her identity and lineage may have been a thing of glory in the old world, but they were also shackles that prevented her from ever integrating into Teyvat.
The old world.
I, on the other hand, you may view me as a thief, but I have overcome that limitation. So what is it that the 3 moons cannot grant you? What stops you from negotiating with me to get what you want?
Because there's so much... You know what? I already said it all. I was gonna say there's so much more to it than just what we want, what I want. But obviously that doesn't mean anything to him, so there's no point talking about it. There's no point repeating myself. I already said it all.
I don't make deals with lying psychopaths.
That's quite an accusation. Are you expecting me to get angry with you? Well, this is one aspect in which my personal growth has served me well. In the past, my less mature self might have been disappointed, perhaps even angry, over a small setback like this. Like when you and Lesser Lord Kusanali joined forces to oppose me, for example.
This also brings up a great question. What does everybody else remember happened back then? Because I'm assuming the entire Shoki no Kami incident, the specifics of it anyway, have been erased from everybody's mind. What do you actually remember happened?
But things are different now. Just as the rich do not quibble with the poor, I no longer find myself perturbed by these trivial affairs.
Great, you have a thicker skin. So,
Human
what about
relationships end with conflicts of emotions and interests. But relations between humans and gods are different. And ours is even more unique. I have ascended to the highest heights and laid claim to unprecedented horizons. And you were no ordinary person to begin with.
So what do you want? I know you say you just want to talk, but clearly Clearly, by the end of this, there is something you want. Otherwise, you could just smite us along with everybody else that you plan to smite with your godly power. Please do not force me to sit in the chair.
Allow me to show you the world, Descender.
Okay, that is a cool story effect. Walking on water. Where are the whales? We're in the sea between...
To stand, walk, jump,
Pyramida
sit,
and Pahai.
and lie down. These are the most common of behaviors.
This is so freaky. This is... We would never have expected the story to get this complicated. Like in terms of like the animations and even the little things they do here. Like 5 years ago.
Have you ever wondered why we were born following such laws? Who stipulated that we could not fly instead of walk?
Great, you know, thanks. Oh, I'm sure the people who will glitch the game, like Musashi, are now gonna have so much fun with this one. Okay, you are taking us to Celestia. Is that the gist I'm getting here?
Someone of your talent and experience must surely know of the 4 great rulers who serve the heavenly principles. They govern life, death, time, and space.
Oh, okay, lore time. Yeah, we have Nabirius / Rhine Daughter, Renova, Istaroth, and Asmodee, the sustainer of heavenly principles.
One wounded by a blade will die from blood loss or infection, and one who falls into a lake will drown in agony. The elderly wallow in solitude, and the solitary age faster. Eventually new life is born, only to embark on the same path of suffering.
This is... Once again, our worldviews are fundamentally different. Like, I don't think the rest of us view death and all the ways to die quite in that same light. Even if it's something we fear and know is painful, I don't think we really look at it with such a lack of... with this type of lack of reverence.
These 4 divisions anchor the world and shackle those who live in it. But they themselves transcend its boundaries, squandering the power bestowed by the heavens. All who live yearn for equality, but unless the gods prostrate themselves and profess that they are mere servants of the living, equality can never exist.
Okay.
Who makes the rules we must live by? Who has the right to restrict us?
And why should it be you?
The body can be rejected.
What? I'm not using that. I literally refuse to press that button.
Following thunder!
You see that button with Dottore's constellation? I'm not pressing it. No way. Am I already using it? I don't think so. It's just healing. Dude, I literally am not. We're gonna see how far this game takes it. I am not pressing that button. If they force me to press it, I just want you to know. Only because this game forced me and would not let me advance. Would not let me even go back to the normal game until I press this button. See? I just need you guys all to know. I would not press this button unless, except for the fact that they are literally not going to let me leave and continue on with the normal game until I press this. I mean, I can. There's a button up in the corner already, but it's basically the same as if it wasn't there.
Feel to be among those with absolute
Wander in his shadow?
power.
Not great, you know? really not great. I don't really want to be in the hand of somebody who creates life and death like that. I just want to make it so clear, you know. The only reason I pressed that button, it's similar to the whole Reverie thing, with him crossing out all those pictures of children he's murdered. This is only to advance the story and to see what happens next. There is no way any ether that is under my control would ever... This is like... I would never use... For no reason should we ever use Dottore's power. This is like Persephone in the Garden of Hades. I'm gonna starve to death rather than eat those pomegranate seeds.
You cannot conceive the extent to which your flesh hinders your mind and spirit.
I don't care. You know what? The rest of us don't care. This is not our greatest worry in life. What are you doing?
Only by discarding our useless, primitive eyes can we perceive a new world. How narrow-minded we all were in the past. Why should the final answer of the world not be the power that predates those of life, death, time, and space? The power of the Triloom.
This is why everybody hates you, dude. We just fundamentally cannot agree on this.
New experimental possibilities. Nature suppressed, authority exiled, souls controlled.
The thing is, these powers were never meant to be together.
You know, I heard recently that a group of critics reviewed countless stories and drew an interesting conclusion. They found that it is more often than not the villains who strive tirelessly to push the boundaries of progress.
Look at Ether's face. That's my face. The three moon goddesses, the original three moon goddesses, purposely divided up the power to avoid this happening. The things you speak of were never supposed to be viewed. And you can say all you want that that was out of fear for what would happen if something was to be that powerful. But I believe from their perspective, it was really to put that power in check, to make sure it would never be mishandled. Now, yes, this point you're making here, the villains who strive tirelessly to push the boundaries of progress. But you know what? Most villains are not your type of villain. You're just so disagreeable. I can't even...
In fact, long before this, someone voiced a similar idea in an academia editorial. I felt a great affinity with this perspective. I have never been afraid to step up and play the role of the villain.
Well, yeah, you clearly don't care what anybody thinks of you.
Fanatics are trampled down for their transgressions, and those who transcend are rebuked for their audacity. And so, the majority of creatures are too timid to follow my lead.
It's not because we're too timid. But you see, that's the thing, is he is just so like, enamored with his own beliefs of the world. He simply cannot. He can't comprehend our worldview the same way we cannot comprehend his.
But all sacrifices
he truly
made
looks
during
down
my
on us.
Experiments have been worthwhile, as you can now see. I can offer you something new, something unique, precisely because I am a villain.
You know what? The way he's trying to convince us to join his side is even worse than I thought it was going to be. I thought he was going to be smarter than this. I thought he was really going to appeal more to, you know, what he knows about Ether, considering how much research he's done on us. But no, he's just spewing his, you know, villain monologue and thinking that's enough. Yes, the promise of power and breaking the limits of this world. Join me. You still haven't explained what you want from us. There's no way a god like you is so self-centered is doing a favor to us. You want something from us. What is it?
Think about it. We are eternally bound through mutual interest. Can you truly say you would never turn to malice if it could give you the life you dream of? After all, What
I can't.
value do
I want to
perfection
argue
and
with every
purity
sentence
really
he
have?
says, but I've already said it
They are
100
fragile
times.
and feeble things, utterly tedious.
I want to talk back
I
to everything he says, but I've already
Better to
said
be
it. I've
governed
already
by a
said it so
flawed
many times.
humanity than a gnosis. The true seeker of knowledge is the villain who undergoes countless tribulations in pursuit of their goal. I'm sure many people have told you that you're different.
Because I'm a descender?
Exactly. Very clever.
Yeah, what do you want,
What
bro?
does that got to do with you?
I do not conceal my wicked deeds, my selfish desires, or my greed. A true researcher must act as I do if they are to understand and speak of the truth. And yet, a knowledge seeker like myself will inevitably grow tired of studying Tevat beyond a point. You have traveled to all corners of the world and met many people. Along the way, there have been moments when you were misunderstood or even became a wanted criminal. And all the while, you have spent your days doing some of the most mundane jobs in the world.
Okay, call out, sure, but...
You fight and toil, claim minuscule rewards from my friend
What?
Pantalone, then you fight some more, winning some battles and losing others as your search goes on. And this cycle continues, with no end in sight.
Are you telling me... Sorry for getting really close to the mic. Are you telling me the Primo gems we've been getting from these daily commissions this whole time have been from Pantalone? AKA another Harbinger we don't like because he's Dottore's bestie. I don't feel good about this anymore. I mean, that's not going to stop me from doing my dailies. But thanks for making us all feel bad about it. This game has to make us feel bad about everything. First, like, you know, it makes us kill all these hilly churls, and then makes us feel bad for the hilly churls. And then every time, like, we do something, it's like, oh, we gotta feel bad about it. Look at all these people who died. Look at this and that. Now you're making us feel guilty about claiming our dailies. What will you not make us feel guilty about?
Surely you must sometimes grow weary of being stuck in this same loop day after day.
No. I can say, as somebody who was so anxiously obsessed with this game, waiting for this update last week, played it every day, even when I had other things to do, and ran out of things to do in this game, and just came up with more things to do in this game. I can tell you, I absolutely love it. No, some of us are really addicted. Some of us have a problem. And some of us do not get tired being stuck in the same loop day after day.
We're completely different. I embrace everything that life throws at me. I am engaged in every step of my journey.
How does that make us different? I too embrace what life brings, researching everything that interests me. Think of all the novel things I've managed to create. Like the artificial moon marrow. Don't you see? As unique a specimen as she was, even Columbina is not irreplaceable.
Shut up.
Take that back. She's gone because of your actions.
Yeah, you tell him. Dude, he's making me so angry.
I didn't say that to anger you.
Oh,
Though
yeah,
admittedly, I don't
I'm
see
sure you
what there
didn't.
is to be angry about. Anything Columbina could do for you, I can do better.
This is so you seem to not understand. It was never about what she could do for us. This is fundamentally why you seem to not be able to wrap your head around why we wouldn't join you. Meanwhile, you were giving us more evidence for why we wouldn't join you.
I know what your ultimate goal is.
He just
you
flies
wish
up.
to walk the path your sister walked and seek answers from her at the end of that journey, don't you?
What, you gonna help us shortcut that? Because I think we're doing a pretty good job of that without your help.
Someone like you could never understand what it feels like to care about another person the way I care about her.
Yeah, and if you start telling me some sad story about how you once cared for somebody else, I actually will not believe you.
Perhaps not. But that doesn't mean
Good.
I can't
Okay.
help. I could find your sister right now, bring her before you, and make her give you the answers you seek.
That's cheating. I don't want to do that.
Don't be so presumptuous. You'll never begin to understand the situation between us.
Yeah.
Oh, no. This is no presumption. I'm only offering what I know is possible with the power of the Trilune.
You seem to still be... The key thing is he does not understand how humans think. Or he does and he just doesn't care because his own worldview is so different. If you drag Lumine here to get her to spill all her secrets, and you do it by force, this is not what Ether wants. You simply do not understand.
But it seems like you would sooner continue with your journey through this world. Why?
Because A, what you're suggesting is cheating, and it would probably be torture, and it would probably cause a huge amount of problems for everybody else here, and it defeats the purpose of, you know, the journey. That there's something to be learned from this journey, and we're only allowed to reach the destination and meet her at the Sea of Flowers once we've learned all we can from this journey. That's the thing, is these things are not meaningful to him, so there's no point trying to convince him of it. It's just, I don't know why he's trying to convince us.
Do you truly desire this journey? Or is it simply a necessary process from which you cannot escape?
No, it's not the latter.
Think of all the time and energy you have spent, everything you've had to endure just to make it this far. Is this really what you want? Or has your hand been forced by the promise of that final answer?
I'm getting so tired of you. Just get to the point.
You have made many friends.
You're offering us all this power.
Do they ever spare a thought for the void in your heart and what it yearns for?
Yes, they do. Maybe they don't understand, but you know, with empathy, sometimes you just don't know what somebody else is going through. You know, but that doesn't mean you can't have empathy for them. And we've encountered lots of people who've had empathy for us.
What you want is not friends. It is family. But do they know this?
Don't get so close to me.
I, on the other hand, am far more considerate. Join my experiment, and in return, I will bring your meaningless journey and all its struggles to an end.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I said roughly almost an hour ago. Was it an hour ago? I don't remember. No.
This is a malicious attempt to manipulate me. But at the same time, he's stating some very human truths.
Don't fall for it either.
Of course he's right about my predicament. How can I deny it? I have faced ungrateful strangers, never-ending troubles,
Ether,
an endless quest for answers.
But you've also faced grateful strangers and gotten answers to some questions.
I want to see her. After everything I've been through, words can't describe how much I miss her. How much I want to be reunited with her.
But do you really think some heretical god is gonna give you all that?
Wherever you are right now, do you miss me too?
What is this?
All right, everyone. Our next mission is clear. We need to
You guys
contact
are still
all the major
here?
organizations, explain the situation to the public, and then begin the evacuation.
Okay, everybody plus Dory and Albedo. You guys are... I can't believe... Okay, clearly Nefer and Yehoda and Sandrone aren't here because they're out doing things. But like, you know... Sorry, I'm just sort of at a loss. To just get whiplashed between that and then this. It's... Anyway, yeah, evacuation.
The residents of Nod-Krai are quite dispersed. The two most populated areas are the Southern Isles and Pyramida. Miss Lauma, I will leave Hisi Island and Nasha Town in your hands. I will liaise with the Fatui and Pyramida.
Agreed. We will reach out to Natlan and Snezhnaya. Anyone found north of the Experimental Design Bureau should follow the Fatui to Snezhnaya. As for those dwelling south of that line, I will ask the Voynich Guild to help persuade them to leave. Then I, Mr. Varka, and the Frostmoon Scions will escort them to Natlan.
Bring in Nefa, she's been to Natlan
The
too.
Voynich Guild has dealings with the Curatorium of Secrets. I will send them a letter vouching for your credibility. Yehoda, you should help Lauma. This is too big of a task for one person.
My wish has come true. You're willingly lending me your most capable employee for the day.
Aw. I'm glad there's still some lightheartedness. And like I said, this is a real doomsday scenario for
Well,
us.
good for you if all this only takes a day. Of course, if it takes any longer, I'll be charging a fee.
Boss, wait. Don't I get a say in this?
Oh, I'm sorry. Something to add, Yehoda?
Well, no one's more important to me than you, boss. And remember how Lauma healed your eyes after that big battle? I think that's worth at least 2 or 3 days' work for the Frostmoon Scions.
Are you completely incapable of acting in your own self-interest? Or do you simply devalue your own labor?
Are you sure you don't want to come with us?
Who will see to our other work if we're all busy evacuating residents? Sandrone insists that Columbina is still alive, and we have a traveler to rescue. There's much to be done.
But boss, I'm just worried that...
Well, Nefer, I'll link up with you once my tasks are complete.
I'm sure Nefer will.
What makes you think I'd need you to do that?
I'll need it. And considering the way you approach certain matters, I think you'll be better off with me present.
That's quite enough. Just focus on your work first.
I bet we're in for an uphill battle here. But we can help out too. Inefa and I are gonna help Nasha Town's residents carry their stuff.
This is a big deal. We're evacuating, like, entire cities here.
Loading schedule. Store essential local research data and technology samples, then escort the people to Natlan. Understood. I will execute this to the best of my abilities.
Great stuff. Thank you, ladies.
I've contacted the Lightkeepers. A colleague of mine will join us shortly. I will persuade them to conduct a thorough search of the region to ensure that no civilians get left behind.
As for me, I guess I'll be making an early return to Sumeru.
Yep, bye, Dory.
I think it's important that someone informs the Dendro Archon of what's going on in Nod-Krai.
You know, that's valid. Although you're not the only person who should go and do that.
Roger that. Someone should inform Mondstadt, too. Mr. Duran, can I trust you to handle that? I think you fly faster than any of us can run.
Dude, you guys need teleport waypoints.
As an added incentive, get there fast enough and I'll see about getting your gliding exam.
Why does he need a gliding Okay, that's the other thing. Why does he need a gliding exam? He literally can fly with wings.
Really? Ha! Mission accepted, sir.
That was too easy to convince
I
you.
intend to stay behind and help Miss Sandrone with her research. She has some alchemy-related questions that she'd like me to explore.
She recognizes your expertise, then. I wish you a fruitful collaboration.
Yeah. Sandrone working with somebody else?
Thank you. In truth, I was surprised to hear her express an interest in subject matter outside of machines.
I believe she has been investigating some Fontanian technology recently. She made a point of bringing the relevant materials with her when she left the Experimental Design Bureau. She's sorting through everything in her room as we speak.
I should mention that we have one other friend who isn't present. He hasn't made his position in all of this clear.
Mm-hmm.
But if we know anything about him, he's likely investigating on his own.
Yeah. Yeah.
Paimon's been very quiet today. But I know how close she and the Traveler are with the Natlanese. She should come with us to the border.
Okay. Paimon will do her best.
Make sure to heed Sandrone's warning. Many of us have been cursed by Dottore. As such, under no circumstances should anyone cross national borders. Remain within Nod-Krai.
Yeah, the irony is we're sending everybody else to leave the nation, but we can't go with
That
them.
aside, personally,
even
I
to
have faith in
protect them.
Columbina. Things look grim, sure, but who knows how it'll play out. Same goes for rescuing the Traveler. Both of them are important allies and friends. We'll be counting on you to gather intel on them, Miss Nefer.
Oh, wonderful. You're all
Nicole!
That voice again. Nicole?
Whoa, that was loud. And it came out of nowhere. So mysterious.
Guessing Aino did not go to the Dodo Coastal at the Moonfire Night.
Sorry. This is the only way I can speak to you all right now. Please accept my apology. Anyway, time is short. I'll cut to the chase. We're still facing quite a catastrophe here at the world's borders. Alice has roped in every Hexen Circle member she can get a hold of.
Yeah, and how many is that?
She told me I had to come and help you all out as a matter of urgency.
How many is that? Just Barbaloth? Yeah, I think just Barbaloth.
I quote, "You love talking, don't you? Well, now it's finally your time to shine. Take these. Make sure the whole party gets one each.
Yay!
You'll be in charge of making sure everyone stays connected."
Oh my gosh, we got Dodoco cell phones!
Huh? Is this a Dodo communication device?
Scanning. Unknown device. Analyzing. Unknown device. Conclusion. Cute.
Cute! That's right, that's the only thing you need to know.
Affirmative. It is cute and good. I believe that I quite like it.
Me too.
This is no ordinary Dodo communication device. It's my very own special modified version. Specifically...
It has wings!
Ah, sorry. I almost went off on another tangent there. Anyway, help yourselves. It will allow us to communicate over long distances within Nod-Krai. No more worrying about shuttling messages back and forth.
Good. I like how we sort out the, you know, Avengers earpieces thing early on.
What astounding technology. Am I right in assuming that it relies on your personal abilities to function, Miss Nicole?
Yes, exactly. Right on cue, Albedo. Ah, I'd love to brag to you all about how it all works. Anyway, I'll be right with you all, serving as a communication hub. That's all from me. Head off as soon as you're ready. I'll be staying here to keep watch, and I'll be sending you my blessings.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We're all getting split up. Understood?